Hello and welcome to another video. We're going to be making something beautiful today. Not this one, but this is one that I am making the other one to look like, because it's a trio that I'm going to put as a wall decoration, and those are the flowers I'll be using. First of all, removing the factory paint, of course. I cut out a lot of this because it takes a while to do. And in order to have you not falling asleep, I also turned it forward so that you wouldn't have to see how long it actually takes. It took probably about an hour just to remove the paint. I did want to leave it in though, a little bit, just because it's satisfying to watch. If you saw my last video, then you know I found a new way to do the eyebrows, but they ended up a little crooked. So this time I marked them with that marker there so that I would make them even when I do the X-Acto knife cuts, which is what I'm doing here. I turned that forward a little bit too because it did take a while, but you can pretty much see what I'm doing. I'm just scoring it to be able to put the makeup inside. And with doing this, lining them first, they really ended up looking fuller and better than the first ones that I did. You'll see in a second. And after the scoring is finished, I'm just going to fill in with a dark brown, and you can use either an eyeshadow or a eyebrow filler. And just do that on both sides, and there you see they look like real brows doing it that way. And then you'll just use the same eyebrow filler to do the makeup on the eyes. And now, using this nail art tool, we're going to be doing the winged liner, which is really going to make her makeup look completed. Sometimes I'll do a color, but most of the time I do just a neutral brown. It makes it easier. Blending isn't a problem, so this is the part that really makes it look finished. And of course, that's before the lashes. And be careful having too much on that brush. Sometimes you'll see like a drip coming down, and it'll either go on a different part of the face, or it'll actually come down and ruin the delicate lining that you're doing. So just be careful of that, not to have too much on the brush, and to make sure it's not coming down from the top of the brush. And look at the magic of film. There's two right there, all done. And now we're just going to do the lashes. You want to do them upside down so that the thinnest part is at the end of the lash and not near the eye. You want the thinnest part to be away from the eye. And as you bring it in, it can get thicker. No, not a problem there. And just fill those in until you've got your desired amount. And then you'll see there's two that are all done in just a second here. Alright, and there you have it. That's both of them. And here's the matte bronzer that I used to shadow the face. I somehow missed recording that on this, and missed recording some of the feathers. I don't know how that happened, but here we're putting on the top upper feathers after doing them on the left side there. But you can see how I'm just laying them on, just sticking them on with hot glue, and doing the flowers as well. They'll be going on there. These flowers came with a pearl-like inside them, and I took out that pearl and put in 3 of my flat back rhinestones. just so that it would really sparkle a lot more and look the way I really wanted it to look. And if you look under here, I put in a little feather to look like she has some bangs. And I'm going to actually end up pulling out some of those others that are on top, just so that you can see the ones that are underneath a little bit better. I didn't really like how it was covering up all of the other bangs that I had put underneath. So I ended up, you see, just I'm thinning out some of those just by yanking on them with my nail. And they come out pretty easily. And we're just doing the third flower. It's the final one on the top there. And now just in between those flowers, I'm going to be taking these little lace flowers that I took apart from a larger bunch of flowers, and it was in there. I love that arrangement. I actually used some of them in a flower arrangement that I made, but for this I really wanted those to be in between to kind of soften and fill in and kind of make a little bit more uneven in places, so that it, I don't know, looks a little more stylish instead of perfect. So I just filled those in between the other flowers, as you can see that I'm doing right here, just with hot glue, putting those in between the flowers. Alright, and using the foam mounting tape, we're going to start doing the eyes here. We're just going to cut little strips of that and then put it on the top and the bottom of the eye socket. Alright, and repurposing an old bracelet of mine that broke, we're going to make some beautiful eyes for her. Using that foam mounting tape, we're going to put that in behind her eyes. It just holds the stone back a little bit so it doesn't interrupt or ruin any of the other things that I've done, like the eyelashes or the eyeliner that I put on earlier. And here I'm just peeling off that layer that covers up the stickiness so that it will stay sticky. And then I'm covering that halfway. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in on the other sticky side, and then peel that off, and then you've got the double-sided sticky foam mounting tape in place to put the eyes in. Alright, and here we're going to be adding those bracelet pieces to show through the eyes. Just make sure that it is attached to that mounting tape, and you're good to go. When I turn this around, you'll see how beautiful her eyes look, and that is all because of the beautiful stones that are on that bracelet. I love being able to repurpose things like this, like that beautiful bracelet. I always thought that bracelet was gorgeous, and it broke way too soon, and so I can use it for something else now. I just like that a lot. Alright, and here we're just going to go ahead and do her lips, putting polish on them. Right here I get a little bit out on her cheek, just outside there, and that's not a big deal. If you watch to the end where I put where I finished putting her lipstick on, I'll just use an X-Acto knife and take it off once it's dry. Make sure you don't have too much polish on that paintbrush when you do this, because you can make a big mess of it. It has to be pretty dry to be able to fill that in, and you want to make sure that you use a nail polish that doesn't dry real fast, so that it doesn't clump either, and you get a nice smooth finish. And here I'm just taking off a little bit that I got on the side with my X-Acto knife. Once it's dry, this is real easy to do. It just chips right off, no problem. And there she is, all finished. I love how she turned out. You can see those eyes. They just look amazing with that stone from the bracelet in them. And here she is on my tree before I end up putting her in the mount that I'm going to do for her to be on my wall. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you do. Like, comment, share, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Thank you, and God bless. Bye-bye.